Three guys walk into a bar.
Bar crawlers, welcome back. I am excited.
We are all excited.
What?
Very excited.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
over
no,
there?
that was just lots of energy. I loved it.
I needed energy. I was a little drowsy today. I need a little pick me up, and today's episode is going to bring that. But first, we have a little bit of some news we got to get to, or we got to get to a little bit of a poll result.
Yeah, absolutely.
And me and Nathan want to extend our apologies.
Yeah. Oh, it was
Oh,
close.
no,
It was
I'm
close.
not apologizing.
It was very close. I mean, it was closer than I expected it to be. I think end result, it was like
Well, this is the bonfire versus lumber
Yeah.
smell debate. Is
yeah.
what we're.
I think, like I said, end result I think ended up being something around like 6-3. We didn't have a whole lot of engagement, but
Be better, guys.
But so one thing I did notice is that the overwhelming responses for bonfire were female, and I think 100% of the responses for lumber were male. So that I just kind of found that was to be interesting.
Outside the poll, when I went and saw my family this weekend, it was opposite, actually.
Oh, really?
My mother said that she didn't like bonfires and would go with wood, and my older brother said he would go bonfires and was close with wood, but not.
It's just I still can't get past the smoke.
We just
Like, the issue for me is like driving down the street and you smell somebody having a bonfire, you're like, oof,
Yeah,
so good.
But like, it's not just any type of smoke. It's almost as if like the wood that they use is what gives off that nice aroma.
All right, so we're going to go straight to the... We have a reader email question again. This is Nick. He's nearby here in Indianapolis. He asked us a very interesting question. So this is our chance to be selfish, which we are never selfish.
It's all for you.
Yes, all for you. But today we're going to be selfish. He asked us, if we had $5,000, what would we spend it on? And we cannot spend it on anything we need. So no bills, no loan debt, anything of that nature. Just groceries, sustenance, just pure physical joy. So, and not a hooker. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do something that I've never done. I'm going to go first.
Whoa!
I know. I usually
What is
pass
going
it off,
on?
and I'm going to go first today.
We are being selfish.
We are. thought it was fitting. Time for Rob to get his. All right. So with my $5,000, the one thing that I've actually kind of missed during this whole entire pandemic lockdown thing is a movie theater. So
I'm right there with you, man.
I'm taking $5,000 and I am building a personal movie theater
love
in the
it.
house.
That's a great
love it.
idea.
The
issue with that is, I mean, you're getting the movie theater experience, but not the movies. Like,
Oh,
you're
I'll
getting
get
your
that.
own movies,
Yeah,
but
I can watch whatever. I mean, I watch movies 3 years later
true.
anyway.
You
So
can
it's
watch-
fine. They're-
yeah.
Like that's kind of my thing. So I miss the large screen, popcorn, just the nice comfortable seats, the dark ambiance. I want it to not be on a couch. I don't want to hear like our cats or fish tank or anything like that.
are you going to make the floor sticky?
Right?
Because if you want that authentic experience, you
Would
got to
not be
put
complete.
It would not be. Yeah. So we will
spill some soda, right?
We're gonna have gum on the floor underneath the seats. But yeah, so I'm gonna build a movie theater, and that way I can have that nice giant theater, wonderful experience at my home.
Put fake people in the other seats, so you got to
No.
scooch by.
I like empty. I like empty theaters.
Okay, no,
I-
I've been to a few empty theaters. I've actually laid down across 3 seats in an empty theater before.
Nice.
I would never put my head anywhere near a theater.
I used my jacket as a pillow.
Oh, okay. So now, Charlie, you're next here.
So mine should be obvious to anyone who knows me or who listens to the podcast, and that is anything having to do with video games.
Yeah.
Right.
Video game systems, video game controllers, games themselves.
Are you building an entire arcade room?
Probably, yeah. I would probably TVs. I would do a 2 TV thing. I would get every system that I can get. Just awesome. I would build a PC probably, which would probably take up most of the $5,000.
Oh man.
If we're being honest.
Nice.
This is the big. You're gonna have so many. just okay. So, in case anyone doesn't know this, his wife is a producer and is in this room with us. And she just realized that if he got $5,000, she would never see him again.
She would be right there with me.
No, there was a no girls allowed sign up.
It would be a big old couch where we can both just sit there comfortably and play games together and or separately.
Oh man, the excitement!
She would love it just as much as I would.
She's over here like someone give him $5,000. Oh, she's excited. So, Nathan, where are we spending our dollars?
Well, my
Sports.
first
Something
initial,
sports.
Surprisingly, no. My first initial thought was jet ski. So I go online. Awesome. I try and find. Surprisingly, jet skis are expensive. Who would have thought?
What?
The cheapest one I could find is a jet ski from 1989. It costs about $1,200.
That's not bad.
But then I have a jet ski.
You have a jet ski.
How long would that jet ski last?
Give or take, as long as I need it.
You have a jet ski and $3,800.
Exactly. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I have this jet ski. I'm going to need a great place to do it. So I'm going to buy plane tickets to my favorite vacation spot, the Keys, the Florida Keys, get a nice hotel or whatever. So that leaves me with about, I don't know. Hold on.
Oh, he has this planned out.
Geez.
There we go.
He's got
$3,300 left.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, okay, what does this nice vacation need? I'm going to be sitting there on the beach right next to my jet ski. I probably won't even go in the water.
How much did it cost?
Sit next to it.
How much did it cost to ship the jet ski?
Yeah, all right. Well, they'll be out of pocket. Don't worry about that. So I'm sitting there on the beach. I got a nice drink in my hand, and I'm like, what would be a perfect vessel for this drink? Well, I went around online some different Hollywood auctions, and I found a prop from one of my favorite movie series of all time, Indiana Jones.
Great series.
This one's from the Temple of Doom. It is an actual chilled monkey brain head.
Awesome.
For about $3,300.
There you go.
You were drinking from a crystal skull.
That would be hysterical. But that's the worst of them.
It is the worst.
I'm not drinking out of just a coconut head that's like shaped into a monkey head. I'm drinking out of not an actual monkey head, but the monkey head prop from Temple of Doom.
I love it.
His answer was so
His
good.
answer was so much better than mine. Mine was so boring comparatively.
Tell the people what they should do to our podcast. Your answer was better with us.
So find us everywhere on social media. It's Facebook, Twitter. We got a YouTube channel. If you want to reach the show, ask us a question like Nick did. It is 3 men, the number 3, not spelled out, men, walk into a bar at gmail.com. And then while you're listening to this podcast, make sure you like, share, subscribe, review, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
We have a new segment, and these guys have no idea anything about it. Again,
He's full of these new segments.
I know. I like to surprise them. So this new one's called News
with
the question mark. With the question mark. So what it is it's going to be a nice little true or false game, gentlemen. And I found wonderful headlines all across the news land of the world. And very obscure ones. And all you have to do is tell me, is this news true or is it false? Was it made up? Fake news, as our fearless leader would say.
Very good. Very good.
So are you ready for the first one?
Yes.
Yes.
Naked sunbather chases wild boar through park because it stole his laptop bag. Nathan?
Can I hear that again?
Yeah, sure. Naked sunbather chases a wild boar through a park because it stole his laptop bag.
I feel like I missed a couple adjectives the first time. I'm going to say that. See, but why is he naked? That's the part that really
He was
gets me.
sunbathing.
But you can do that with. I'm going to say that's true.
Okay. Charlie.
You know what? I'm fairly certain I've heard this story.
You've heard this story?
Really?
Ooh.
You know, I'm fairly. I mean, at least saw the headline somewhere.
Oh, my.
So I think it's true.
It is true.
Yeah.
It is
Very
true.
good.
So this actually took place. It's a popular park in Berlin, Germany. And a guy was...
Is it a nude park?
It is a nude park. He was a nude sunbather. And he had his laptop near there. And it was actually a wild boar and its 2 piglets. And it took his took his bag and he was chasing it everywhere as people decided
My
to
issue,
film him.
why, when he was sunbathing, did he need his laptop?
That's a fair question.
Needed to get some work done. That's
He's a-
very urgent. But he really needed to get his tan on.
I hope he brought like a half shirt with a tie and he's doing like some Zoom meetings, but he's just nude all the way down.
That would be good. That would be good.
Next one. MTV just announced that they will have Jon Stewart host Wild 'N Out after the departure of Nick Cannon for his anti-Semitic comments towards Jewish people. True or false?
I feel like
Anti-Semitic comments towards other people other than Jews?
Well, his was towards Jewish specifically.
I was going to say false, but you seem to know this story. I'm going to still say false because why would Jon Stewart say yes? That's what gets me, is that they would ask him, but there's no way he'd say yes.
I think, yeah, I agree. I think Jon Stewart's at least a slightly better person than that. Because Wild 'N Out is just not
his thing.
Not his thing and not most people's thing, I think.
You guys are right. That's from The Onion.
All right.
They thought
I feel like Nick Cannon would have been like canceled or something. I didn't hear anything about that.
No. So he won't be on there anymore, and he wants to own the show. But like what happened was he made some comments.
Oh, that's true?
Yeah,
You
that
know,
part's true?
I knew he was getting kicked off.
yeah, he
but-
was getting kicked
Oh,
off.
wow,
So,
I didn't know
and
a
I
lot
knew he
of-
was trying to buy it.
similar to Charlie Sheen, were just blaming Jewish people who are higher ups, and he went on a rant similar to that. So The Onion thought it'd be funny if they hired a Jewish person.
I love me some
quite
Onion
funny.
stories.
I know.
That is quite funny.
You know where a good place to get these from if we continue doing this segment?
Yeah.
Reddit. There's a Reddit about The Onion articles, but there's also a subreddit that's called Not The Onion, and it's real stories that seem like they would be from The Onion.
I
So,
like that. I'll deep dive there.
Yeah.
Canadian brewery has to rename beer after naming it a slang term for pubic hair.
That is 100% true. I saw that.
I would agree because you know what I'm onto you.
You're
I
onto
don't,
me.
and I don't think that you would go true, false, true. It just seems like not a pattern you would do. So I'm gonna go false.
It is true.
No,
It is.
I said that so
You
confidently
literally- you
that
did.
it is 100% true.
I
You're
know,
like,
but
you
I was
what?
like, is he fucking with me?
No.
So it was a brewery up in Canada called Hell's Basement Brewery, and they just made like a super light beer, and so they call it Huru Huru, which to them means feather. So they're saying light as a feather, but apparently a slang term in Australia and all of Australia, it means pubic hair.
Huh.
So
Odd word for pubic
that's
hair.
an odd word. Yes.
What is it? Huru Huru?
Huru Huru. It's a Huru.
Australians like speak our language.
Yeah. Okay. Let me rephrase it.
that
It's
was
like more of the islands, like New Zealand.
I would
yeah,
assume
yeah.
that they have some sort of a dialect, like
It does say slang term. So
New Zealanders have lots of friggin' slang.
yeah.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, have you ever listened to the guy on Facebook, Aussie Man?
No.
Like he does Aussie Man reviews, and he just like watches video clips and uses his Australian accent and talks about them. It's hysterical.
Like, I have no idea what you're telling me right now, sir.
So funny. So funny.
Sweet as.
We have two more here. So, Exploding Whale Memorial Park celebrates 50th anniversary.
The wording on that one's really throwing me off. Say that one more time.
Exploding Whale Memorial Park celebrates 50th anniversary.
So the park is called Exploding Whale Memorial Park.
Si, senor.
I'm gonna have to go false on that one.
I'm going to go true.
It is true.
Holy shit.
The amount of parks in the world, like there's got to be one that's named just
So
that apparently.
this happened in Oregon. So what happened was there was a dead beached sperm whale in 1970, and they couldn't get it off the beach, so they stuffed it with dynamite and exploded it. And that's how
I
they
do
got the
remember
name.
that. I've
Wow.
seen that video.
Yeah.
Wow.
It went everywhere.
So real stuff.
I mean, whatever works.
I'm really bad at this game.
There's one more, so we'll see. This could be your time. This one's my favorite one. CeeLo Green reveals in podcast interview that his public hit. Or sorry, let me rephrase that because I'm trying to read this and look at you guys. CeeLo Green finally revealed to the public that his hit song "Fuck You" was written after his longtime girlfriend left him to date the much older Tom Selleck. True or false?
You know, I'm sticking to my guns. One's got to be false here.
That Tom Selleck thing really gets me, which is why I think it's true.
It's false.
Yes. I got one right.
About 1,000 on
I
that.
found an article, and it's a bunch of songs that are clearly written for other people, but they made it all seem like it was about Tom Selleck. So like Lola,
Hysterical.
yeah, it was fantastic. So we will.
I don't know if you guys hear that on the mics, but it is storming outside.
It is wonderful time to be alive.
What's it called?
What?
The new word we learned today?
Hooroo, hooroo.
No. The wind.
Durago or something like that?
Oh, I don't know what that was.
Drago? Dragon?
It was derecho, Derecho.
Huh.
Dureco?
You said it first in the text, and that's why I was like,
No, she did.
Oh, it was
She
you?
did.
Oh, okay. I was.
Yeah, and that's what is going on right now in the Midwest, and it's a very strong 70 to 100 mile an hour winds that aren't in a spiral pattern like a tornado or a hurricane or any of that. They just move in a straight line, so they're very destructive because it's like 70 to 100 mile an hour winds going straight.
People come here for knowledge. That's what they do. They come to this cast for knowledge, and they get knowledge.
How podcasts get like Bill Nye on there.
Next thing you know, Bill Nye is going to come on here and explain that to everybody.
It's going to be so good. So we want to take time. I feel like a lot of times that we just complain about people, and that's because we do.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
We've heard your feedback.
We're looking at you, Subway.
So, Subway deserves it. Yeah. No, Subway. Oh gosh, we'll get there. But today we're actually going to be on the lighter side of things today. So we're going to actually talk about, we've done overrated actors. We want to shit on some of them, but today there are some people on the underling that I feel like deserve some recognition.
Oh, absolutely.
So today is underrated actors. Ladies, you'll get your time later. I promise you. Just for the gentlemen. I'm done being selfish. Nathan, the floor is yours.
So I only really have one on here, which he's very famous, so I wouldn't say he's like underrated, but like he doesn't get the respect that he deserves, and that is Ryan Gosling. I think Ryan Gosling is not one of, but the best actor of our generation right now.
Wow.
I wouldn't say that one.
I'm going to slowly slink under the table in shame
he's
after
a
hearing
gorgeous
that.
man. Okay. Sorry. Our producer made a face, and we were like, what's going on?
We haven't been recording the whole time.
I'm so mad at you right now. Like, I literally we paused for a second, we're back, and now I'm mad at you.
Yeah, so I feel like a lot of people judge him based solely off of like The Notebook, and then he had a nice stretch in 2011, 2013, where he was in
Crazy Stupid Love, which was great.
That was a good movie.
We just talked about it during the break, Drive. However, starting in 2015, he has had the greatest 5 years, 5 movies, the best stretch that I've seen anybody have consecutively like that. It starts off in 2015 with The Big Short, which is fantastic. Just out of curiosity, have you guys seen The Big Short?
No.
Offhand, no, but I might have. Is that the one about stocks?
Yes.
Okay.
With
I may have
Christian
seen that
Bale
one.
and Steve Carell.
I may have seen that one, but I'm not positive.
And then in 2016, he stars in The Nice Guys, which is in my opinion, the best buddy cop movie ever made. It is the best Russell Crowe performance I have ever seen. And this movie shows to me Ryan Gosling has some of the best comedic timing in Hollywood.
Hooch is rolling in his grave as Turner is happy as could be right now.
And then also in 2016, so he did The Nice Guys, and then he was in La La Land, which is one of my favorite movies ever. It is
still haven't seen it.
An incredible musical. I watched it recently, maybe like 2 weeks ago. My goodness, what a picture.
What a picture.
And then he follows it up the next year in 2017 with my favorite movie the past decade, which is the best sequel ever made, Blade Runner 2049. Actually, minus Empire Strikes Back.
Ever made?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if it was a sequel or a reboot.
Take away Empire Strikes Back, so it's the second best sequel ever made.
T2, but we'll move on.
And then in 2018, he was in First Man, which is that Neil Armstrong biopic, which is the weakest link of those 5, I'd say. However, it is still fantastic.
All I heard was Oscar chasing.
It's not Oscar chasing if a great actor is in a great movie.
No, it's Oscar
What do you
chasing.
expect from him?
Leo DiCaprio
To put
did
it
the
to
same
phone
thing.
in a performance? If he's cast in a movie, is he just going to do a bad
Leo
job?
DiCaprio did the same thing. He just chased and chased and chased, and when he finally got that Oscar, he's like, "All right, I'm good now."
No, he's still in Tarantino movies. He's doing a lot of stuff.
He's just hanging out though. He was doing movies.
He's just there because he's.
Have you
friends
seen
with
Once
him.
Upon
Yeah.
a Time in Hollywood?
I need to though.
He
No,
should have
no.
won another Oscar for that movie.
That's fine, but you have to admit that human
No.
being just tried to do like, "Oh, this is going to be an Oscar bait movie. This is going to be an Oscar."
Maybe
bait movie.
he just thought it was going to be a good movie when he read
maybe
the
those
script.
are the movies that are
No.
offered to him.
Yes.
No,
Because he's a
no.
great actor, so he gets great parts.
See, but I think that I wouldn't consider him underrated. Then that's the issue.
Which is a fair comparison, but then I meet people like Rob who think that he's
Yeah.
terrible.
I see. I don't disagree with you that he is a great actor and he's in fantastic things, but underrated, I wouldn't call him.
Not underrated. He's an amazing actor. He Oscar chases, so I hate him.
Fair enough. What did you guys come up with then?
So I've got a few, but I wanted to run them by you because sometimes you disagree with who I feel are underrated. But now that you've said yours, I
Yeah.
feel like mine are definitely underrated.
This one's
people.
very personal opinion based.
So I've got 3 on my list. I've got. I'll start with the ones that I think are more highly rated. Mahershala Ali.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic. He's going to be the new Blade. He was in Moonlight. He's been in some great things, but I think he doesn't get a lot of the recognition that he deserves. Fantastic actor. The next one up for me was Nathan Fillion.
I don't know him.
You don't know him?
No.
He was
Don't
in
be surprised,
Castle.
okay?
He's in The Rookie. He was in Firefly and Serenity.
Yeah.
Firefly is great.
Firefly's
Firefly
amazing.
is great. I
Canceled way
have
too
seen that
soon.
one. Yes.
Well, let's bring it back, guys. And then my one that I was like, okay, this one I feel like is the most underrated, and he's young, so I think he's got a lot of
Don't you
potential.
I thought
It's Timothy Chalamet. No, I'm kidding. It's not. It's Freddie Highmore.
Interesting. Charlie.
yeah. What?
Charlie Bucket.
Nathan's proud
is
of
he
you
Charlie
right now?
Bucket?
Oh, I thought Nathan was just proud of you right now.
No, I thought you were going go Charlie.
I know. I thought he was just proud of you right now.
No, he's in that new movie or TV show. Oh, now I'm blanking on it.
Where he's a doctor.
Where he's a doctor and he's a doctor with autism.
Yeah.
I, for the
Oh,
life of me, can't remember
Good
the
Doctor.
name. Good Doctor.
Good
Yeah.
doctor.
Me and the wife watched that.
He
Oh, The Good
absolutely
Wife.
deserves. He absolutely deserves awards for his performance.
Thank you, everybody.
But it's been Nathan's best
I know, right?
performance of all time today.
But that's what I've got for underrated actors. I think those people are definitely good actors and they do get recognition, but I don't think that they get nearly as much recognition as I feel like they deserve.
I'll definitely agree with the last two. Mahershala Ali, I would say he's probably one of the hottest actors in Hollywood right now.
Right now,
He's
yeah,
got 2
absolutely. He's
Oscars.
definitely on his way up.
He's on it. Yes, he's great though. I love him.
Nathan and Charlie are more in tune with pop culture than I am, so this is why I'm generally quiet during these scenes.
Let's see what you've got.
So my first 2 are just kind of there. One's dead, so he can't improve upon what he did. Fair enough. And and it's Jim Varney. If you don't know who he is, he played Ernest in like all the Ernest
my
movies.
I thought you were going to say something like Jim Candy or something like that, or John Candy.
Oh, John Candy's amazing. No,
Yeah, I love John
he's
Candy.
perfectly rated. Jim Varney is a wonderful actor, and he has been in many things besides just Ernest. And he's also Slinky the dog. All right, an excellent actor.
Voice actor too, yeah.
Yeah, voice actor, fantastic. Next one, I think he's highly rated, but I feel like he should just get a little bit more credit, like almost like top actor there is. Woody Harrelson.
Oh, fantastic.
That dude like can do comedy, super serious, super just action movie, whatever you want. Woody Harrelson's done it all. He's great.
Oh yeah.
But my number one guy that we really just need to talk about all the time and should be up there with all the others is Miles Teller.
Miles Teller's great.
Miles Teller's fantastic.
Whiplash is like one of my favorite movies ever.
Whiplash is great. I believe it or not, I actually enjoy his comedies more.
Really?
I do. So he was in a lot, like 2013 to 15. He was in one with Zac Efron called That Awkward Moment, and it's I think Michael B. Jordan was in that one too. And they're just a bunch of bro dudes
They know
hanging
each
out.
other.
Yeah, bro dudes hanging out, having a good time. It's great. Zac Efron's hilarious. Okay, he's not.
He's definitely one of those people that I used to hate, like High School Musical days, but then he just went up, and he's just fantastic. I love
He's
him.
great. No, he's fantastic. But yeah, Miles Teller was also in. There was what was that one we were talking about? He was in a new American War Dogs. That's what I'm thinking of. Where him
Oh, with
and
Jonah
Jonah
Hill.
Hill, yeah, playing a fantastic role in that one. But
I swear I've
Whiplash
seen that one.
is one of my favorite ones. And then also a small role, 21 and Over.
What?
Never heard of it.
Came out in 2013. It was just your perfect college raunchy comedy, but it was just so well done. It wasn't on like the par level as like the great ones, but it was above the stupid ones that went straight to DVD.
And he's in a romantic movie with Shailene. Is it no.
Shailene Woodley?
No, I don't know. I forget what it's called though. It came out in like 2014. Doesn't matter.
Get a job.
Are you telling me?
Two-night stand.
No.
No. I'm on IMDb right
He's
now.
on IMDb. Scroll through. Is it this one? This one sounds like a
Is it this
romantic
one?
comedy.
Could be this one.
I mean, and you got to take Fan Four Stick away because everybody has those movies that you kind of want to forget.
Oh, absolutely. But no, I feel like Miles Teller deserves to be on par as like the next level of actors that are just
Spectacular Now.
Yeah.
Is that on his IMDb, or am I thinking of a
Is
different
that
actor?
old school?
No. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Divergent series, that went well.
The only other one I was thinking of while I was just thinking of it popped into my head, and I looked it up, and I feel like he's underrated. He used to be great, thought of as comedy, but Jeff Daniels. Because
Jeff Daniels is fantastic.
He is fantastic, but I think now he's very underrated. People don't. I don't hear about him all.
Gettysburg, Gods and Generals, Arachnophobia, all of them fantastic, not comedies.
I know. I'm just saying.
No.
But now, like nowadays, I think people write him off. And like he was in, I'm going to mention it a lot because it was one of my favorite shows, Newsroom.
Far From Home.
Fantastic show. And he blew it out of the water.
I'm a dude. I'm Team Jeff
Yeah,
Daniels
no,
over
absolutely.
here.
I love
We're
Jeff
very
Daniels.
pro Jeff Daniels podcast.
Pro Jeff.
absolutely.
Jeff Daniels, if you're listening to this and you want to like just give a shout out on your Twitter feed, I'm sure you have more than our 38 followers. You definitely help us out there. I am so pumped right now, as we should be. I'm going to pass this off to. This is the Nathan episode, so I'm going to pass it off to him anyway, and he's going to talk about our tier list for today.
All right. Well, so today's tier list, I got something fun planned for you guys. I am a huge fan of Mountain Dew. It's probably my favorite.
As are we all.
Yeah.
As is every 12-year-old kid who plays video
Probably
games
my
ever.
favorite soft drink, but one of my favorite things about it is the amount of variety that it has. So, before you today, I have assembled 12 different types of Mountain Dew
I'm impressed, honestly.
that we are going to be sampling today and putting up on our tier list. I'll go through the flavors in a little bit. I'll probably do it as we go. That being said, there's a few things I want to mention up front. There's no Kickstart on here, no energy drink Mountain Dews. I almost put them on there, but we can save them for later. And then obviously there's some that I just could not get my hands on due to them being discontinued. Surprisingly, Ice has already been discontinued.
What was Ice?
It's
It was
basically
very light.
It's basically Sprite, which I get.
I remember that. Yeah.
So it's like if you're wanting to buy Sprite, then people would just buy
That's
Sprite.
Morgan Freeman was in the commercials
He was.
too. Yeah.
Yes.
Man.
Were there any Mountain Dews that were like region locked, like we can't get our hands on here in Indiana?
That I don't know. On their website, they had some that I was unable to find, so that could be the case. A couple of my favorites that I could not find were Pitch Black, which is like grape,
Ooh.
and then
Pitch Black was
Whiteout.
good.
Whiteout, which it was just like some berry thing, but both of those were so good. Anyway, I'm done talking. We'll just get straight into it. Let's go through the categories first. See where we're going to be ranking.
I'm so pumped.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this a little differently than Rob does it. Rob starts from the bottom. I'm gonna start from the top.
Okay.
So at the very tip,
You're not Rob.
I'm not. This is the best of the best. It is ain't no mountain high enough to keep me from drinking this dew.
Perfect. Oh my
The one below that, the second from the top, is I'm having a Baja Blast drinking this. The one in the middle is I'd do this dew.
Ooh.
The one second from the bottom, don't do me like that.
Ooh.
And then the very bottom category is called Diet Mountain Dew.
Ah, you son of a bitch. The greatest soda of all time.
Diet Mountain Dew.
Gosh, it's in my veins.
Anyway, so let's get into it. So we have it broken down into two categories here.
Can I say something real
Yes,
fast?
go ahead.
For none of you can see this, but this looks like spring break for college kids in front of us because we have shot glasses of highlighter colored drinks.
I have solo cups too.
I mean, I'm talking like blue, green highlighter, all these colors, and we're about to just have
It's like a
stomach
neon
aches.
sign. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and stomach aches.
All right, so the first category, we thought we'd kind of keep all of the Mountain Dew
Classics.
classics together, just so we can compare back and forth. So let's just jump right in with the first one, which is just straight up regular Mountain Dew.
It's good. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's, you know what?
I mean, we all know what it tastes like. It's incredible.
This is going to be very ASMR for people just listening to us drink. It's a classic Mountain Dew. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's for me, it's definitely above average.
Yeah,
because there are some that on here that I don't particularly love. But
See, the issue with this, trying them all one by one, is I want to throw that one in the middle, just because I know there
Which is
could be
fair.
ones that are worse and there could be ones that are better. So I would do this too.
I am so bad at this. I haven't had anything but a diet soda in a long
So he's like, this is really good.
I'm like, it wasn't as syrupy as I expected. It was quite pleasant.
Oh, so
I was
good.
actually very surprised by that one. But yeah, these are gonna. My whole body is.
You're going to
go in
start
shock
shaking by the end of it.
function.
He's going to be going 100 miles a minute at the end of this.
Yeah,
oh boy!
I'm-
All right,
yeah.
so are we just gonna throw it in the middle then?
Yeah,
That's
that's where
fine.
I'd throw it.
I
Right in the
drank it
middle.
and was like, that's fine. I would do this Dew.
All right. Well, it's only fitting that up next we just do Diet Mountain Dew.
Oh, heavenly.
Rob is like, this
Absolutely
is my
not.
favorite thing.
This is the
That
greatest thing on earth.
aftertaste. That aftertaste is just so.
See, for me, the issue is that at work, when Rob and I are working behind the bar, he's drinking Diet Mountain Dew, and he goes, just have a Diet Mountain Dew instead of a regular Dew. It's better for you.
It's not better for you. That's a lie.
Right?
Other than the sugars, maybe, but yes.
But he said that, and like, I started drinking Diet Mountain Dew. So I'm like, I get that it's good, but I would not put it better than a normal Mountain Dew for me. So I would put it below.
Well, I already technically put it in the category.
Yeah,
so
Nathan, we know where Nathan's
But
putting that
Rob
one.
loves it, so
Ain't no mountain high enough or whatever it's called, buddy.
So where are you putting it? Don't do me like that.
Don't do me like that.
And then we'll
I'm using it as a chaser when we get to Code Red.
well, for now, we're putting it in. Don't do me like that. I'm sorry, Rob. All right. Our third one is it was originally called Mountain Dew Throwback, and then it is changed to Real Sugar.
So good.
And
no,
it's-
I love this one.
That was
Like
spectacular.
like we were talking about a little bit beforehand. That one, and again, as much as you can get with Mountain Dew, that one feels a little bit more natural because of the real sugar.
What I told you, Rob, earlier before we did this, for me, the throwback is it takes the best parts of the original Mountain Dew and the best parts of Diet Mountain Dew and throws them together. It's the taste, it's the front of Diet Mountain Dew, but not that terrible aftertaste. It's so good.
This is spectacular. I'm not saying it's a joke. This is wonderful.
What are we thinking?
Ain't
So
no
good.
mountain.
See, that one's one of my favorites, so I would put it at No Mountain.
Sure, let's do it. Ain't no mountain high enough to keep me from drinking this dew.
It's so long.
He's just so proud of it. He's going to
say
say
the
the
full
full title. It's like the one where you were like trying to get him to say aroma gosh so much.
What do we got next? Okay, so I'm pretty sure the one that we have next is the original fun flavor. In fact, I'm pretty sure this one was originally a Taco Bell exclusive when it first came out.
Was it? I didn't know that.
Before Baja Blast, and it is Code Red, which is cherry flavored.
Oh gosh.
See, it's
I'm sorry.
being a cherry flavored, very syrupy. It is definitely a little medicine like.
It is. It's not as good as I remember it.
It tastes
Yeah,
like
it's
what I
definitely
imagine
not-
Candyland tastes like.
It's definitely not up there for me. I think I wouldn't say it's Diet Mountain Dew level.
It's Diet Mountain Dew level, I guess I have to say.
Yeah,
but I would put it. Don't do me like that.
Yeah, we'll I would put it a little higher, but because we did Rob dirty with Diet Mountain Dew, I'm gonna put it.
That was
pretty
so
low.
gross.
It's not the best. It's definitely not the best.
Don't do me like that. Code Red.
It tastes like not good.
Up next, the next one is another one of the original fun flavors. This one is, spoiler alert, probably my favorite. It's Mountain Dew Voltage, which is a blue raspberry Mountain Dew.
Really good. I think the one you got is a little flat. I don't know.
flat.
I don't know
Like,
if you're
there's no
seeing that. I
carbonation.
don't know if you're feeling that too. little bit flat, but
That is the one that I got from a soda machine at approximately 10:30 this morning. So
yeah, that would do it.
that
So
would
just-
make sense.
Just take it on face value. Maybe a little bubbly. Mix it with the regular Mountain Dew or something. I don't know,
12 hours later.
but it is good.
No, I do love. I do
flavor's
love
good.
Voltage. Voltage it tends to be like one of my favorite flavored
Right.
Mountain Dews. I would put this. What's the second one? The second from the top.
I'm having a Baja Blast drinking.
I would
this.
say I'm having a Baja Blast for that one.
It reminded me of the Hulk Hogan drink we had at 16-bit. Because and it's because they shoved a
Because they
rocket
shove
pop.
a bomb pop in it.
It does
Yeah.
taste like a bomb pop, a rocket pop.
and that was fantastic. I wouldn't put it at the top, but it's up
So,
there. Yeah.
I'm bump mine. I mean, this specific one I
Right.
would put in the middle, but because I'm knowing what it tastes
Yes.
like with carbonation,
There's an
I'll bump it up
asterisk
a
to
little
this
bit.
one. But so what are we thinking? Blast or
Yeah, I would
down
put it
for
as a Baja
What is
Blast.
it? Baja Blast drinking. What is it?
I'm having a Baja Blast drinking this.
All right. So the last one for round one is probably the newest one to come out, and it is Mountain Dew Zero.
Did you smell it on the nose?
I did smell it on the nose.
I didn't smell it on the nose, but this is very good.
Tried yet? so.
I feel like this one's better than Diet. The Zero is definitely better than Diet for me.
Ooh.
This is
Right?
Are you okay? So are you going to be mad if I try this and the diet back to back?
No, go for it. That's
I'm
that's
very
what the glasses
curious.
are here for.
Oh wait, was it?
It's the second one. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely like that one better than the Diet, I think.
I think I do too.
And you said this one's the newest one?
Well, Mountain Dew Zero, yeah, I think it came out earlier this year. Oh, actually, second newest, which I'll get to the newest in a second.
Oh, yeah.
My whole life's going to change here in a second.
What do you
It's
think?
better?
You're the
It's
Diet
better.
Mountain Dew person, so yeah.
So if anyone doesn't know,
You heard it from here first.
Diet Mountain Dew. So my 3 drinks that I only have in life are water, coffee, and Diet Dew. That was better than Diet
Fantastic.
Dew.
Wow.
Oh man.
And less calories and less sugar, too.
You know what? I even think because of that fact, I think with the Zero, they got a lot closer to that normal Mountain Dew flavor.
It's like Coke Zero, man. Coke Zero is like one of the best diet sodas there are. It's so good.
So I think I would put that at the middle, if not a little bit better than the middle.
So, well, Mountain Dew Originals at I'd Do This Do. Are we going above? Are we having a blast?
I'm going above. I'm having a blast.
You know
having
what?
that.
I think I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm
for
having
the
a blast.
fact that it's like it's everything about Mountain Dew and then better, like
Yeah.
healthier. I mean,
No, absolutely.
with healthier, but all right. So we got our second group in front of us right now. These are more of the fun flavors, the out there flavors, the
abstract
new
ones.
flavors. Like these are some are extremely what's the right word? Wacky.
I'm 99% sure one of these is a Jaeger bomb.
It does. That one does look a lot.
Mine's a solo cup. I can't see through
Here
it.
you go.
Yeah.
It looks really a lot like a Jaeger bomb or a Vegas bomb.
Yeah.
It would be closer to a Vegas bomb
Yeah,
because
that's what I
Vegas
said, yeah.
bombs do have the peach schnapps.
Yep.
All right. So first one in this second group here is Live Wire, which is it looks orange and it tastes orange.
Yeah, oh, definitely. It's very orange soda-y, but with that Mountain Dew kick to it.
I actually enjoy it though.
Yes.
That one's very good. It's very light. It's lighter, I think.
Yeah. You're exactly right. It's orange soda, but
A
then
warm summer day.
I mean, it doesn't feel as like syrupy,
Right,
and,
right,
like,
right. No, I'm with you.
sweet.
And it's not like drinking a Fanta where like even a Fanta feels heavier like this. This is nice.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, definitely. It's very good. I think I would put that one at a Baja. I'm having a Baja Blast with
You
that
having a
one.
Baja Blast? Yeah, I'm having a Baja.
And normally
Blast.
I used to, when I was younger, didn't like the LimeWire. So,
I don't know.
or LiveWire.
Is that too high for you, Rob?
I don't know. I'm like crossing the line between Baja Blast and what is it?
I Do This Do, yeah.
I do this too. I'm at I do this too, but
I think
it's
me
2 to 3.
Well, no,
so,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
actually, me personally, I think I'd go. I do this too as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was very. It was
middle-
between those two for me. So
it's
I
hard,
think
it's hard.
I will definitely go with I'll do this too.
It's a nice drink.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so this next one is one that Charlie was extremely excited to try. It's called Liberty Brew, and on the bottle it says it's 50 different flavors in one.
That's
How that's
really
possible,
good.
I don't know.
It's very sweet, but it's very good. I like that a lot.
There's not 50 flavors in here.
No, there's not, but it's very like berry is what I'm getting. A lot of berry.
I'm getting
Is that poi?
Yeah, the
Getting a lot of
umami
earth
of this.
tones.
I'm 99% sure they just were like
A little bit of cedar too. Yeah.
we have 48 types of berries that taste similar, and that's
Yeah.
48 of our flavors.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
no,
one
it's-
of them's Mountain Dew.
Right.
And then the other's cyanide.
Yeah. I mean, if I was to describe that one, I would say a berry flavor.
Yeah.
That's not as good as the
For
orange
me,
one.
that is way too sweet.
Yeah.
It is very sweet.
It's very, very sweet.
I wouldn't say that's my favorite, but I very much enjoy it because I have never had it before. So I would put it. I'd do this do maybe a little bit lower, but
I'm
just
not,
because of how
what's
sweet
above
it is.
diet do?
Don't do me like that.
I'm at don't do me like that.
Here's what I'm thinking. We might, in my opinion, have our first ever change.
What?
I propose we move Livewire up to I'm having a Baja Blast and put this in I'd do this do.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
My feelings aren't hurt.
This is a big moment.
Yeah, because normally when we put them in there, we have it
we
set.
have never ever changed
Yeah.
one ever.
This is
There's a first for everything, man.
History.
I got a tingle in my tummy right now. It's nice.
All right. So up next is Baja Blast. I want to say that this is another one of the fountain ones. I went to 3 different gas stations,
The nose on
Two
that one
restaurant-
is a bit much.
2 restaurants, and 1 grocery store to get all these. So this one might be a little flat, but it's
Take a whiff of that one before you drink it. That one.
Baja Blast has been out for years, and this is the first time I've ever
which
had
is
it.
unbelievable. You go to Taco Bell all the time, and this is like their drink.
Yep.
You get Taco Bell and a Baja Blast always.
But I just get Taco Bell and then just go to work and get a Diet Dew there.
That one,
It's a little
for
flat.
me. Yeah, not only is it a little bit flat, and normally I do love Baja Blast. For me, that one, comparatively to all the other ones, a little chemical-y.
For some reason, this tastes watered down, and I got it no ice.
Yeah.
For some that does not taste right. That is not Baja Blast.
Where did you get this from?
Taco Bell.
No, which Taco Bell?
The one right by Sam's.
Oh, they're a good place.
Yeah, I get Baja Blast from there all the time, and they taste fine. I don't know if like the syrup was low or something, but
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've even been to that one, and it's
because this Baja Blast is like my favorite, one of my favorites.
definitely
this is disappointing.
normally top tier for me. But
Yeah.
like maybe it's comparing them side by side that we're like, okay, maybe it's not as
Maybe
good.
it isn't as sweet
Because a lot of times, when you're getting Taco Bell, it's late at night. You may have had a few drinks. You're not thinking clearly. And you're like, ooh, Baja Blast.
I've never gone to Taco Bell drunk.
Yes, you have. I drove you there.
For a first time, this was my Baja Blast virginity taken today.
Yeah.
It
I'm
was
sorry.
The cherry
yeah,
pop
not a great showing for Baja
yeah.
Blast.
The
for
cherry
for the
pop
Virgin.
was not as luxurious as I thought it would be.
Well, typically I'd put this at ain't no mountain high enough, but after this, I'm gonna have to knock it a little bit. It's still a Baja Blast to drink, but literally.
Are you
but
having a Baja Blast drinking it, though?
this? Are we judging him based off of? If it's this specific one, no, I did not have a Baja Blast, but 9 times out of 10, I am. So I don't know.
See, I think, like I've said, I think comparing them side by side with the other ones is really shedding some light on the Baja Blast for me to the point where I'm putting it down to I'd do this do right in the middle.
That's so low. I'm putting it at Baja Blast.
You don't want my opinion then?
do it is, I guess.
Rob's like, I'm not even going to give it. We'll just put it there.
Oh, man. All right. So up next is one I've never had before. It's called Frostbite. Apparently it is a melon flavor. So
I guess I would go melon. It's throwing me off because it's blue, and normally melon. I don't know a blue melon.
I mean, usually if I think melon, I think like pink.
Green or like cantaloupe, honeydew,
puzzling.
watermelon.
this is puzzling to me.
Yeah, it's odd because I'm not getting melon out of it at all.
I don't hate it, but I don't want more. So I don't know what that means.
I'm speechless, but it's not like I'm speechless like I'm blown away. It's just like I can't figure this out.
Yeah, I can't put my thumb on what the flavor is because it is, again, not a melon.
This is like the mystery arrowhead.
It's like a,
exactly. That's exactly what this is.
it's like a lesser voltage. Like it's a boring voltage because it
That's
feels
actually a
very
good way of-
very blue raspberry to me.
Or this is like a diet Liberty Liberty Brew.
Yeah,
Because this tastes kind of like that, just less sugar.
a little bit.
Less sweet.
It was right in the middle for me.
It's confusing.
It was what
to
it
me,
was.
what it's supposed to be and what it's trying to be. So I think I would even put it down to like.
That's fine.
Don't do me like that.
Don't do me like that.
It just was what it was.
I just want to sing that song every single time.
Okay, so now we're down to our last two. These two are very special. They're pretty brand new. So Taco Bell has their Baja Blast. KFC decided to get into the game with their own Mountain Dew flavor. It's called Sweet Lightning, which is apparently a peach honey Mountain Dew.
That tastes very much like a Vegas bomb. Like very much like a Vegas bomb.
That hit me in the back of the jawline, man. Like that was.
And I don't like it.
That's gross.
See, I love peach flavored things. Like peach rings are one of my favorites. Like,
I love peach flavored things, but for some reason, this is just, I don't know. It doesn't work.
like peach rings. Like I said, Vegas bombs are just so good to me.
That was the thing.
I don't want to taste a Vegas bomb while I'm drinking a nice Mountain Dew.
It's the aftertaste of anything peach. For some reason, the aftertaste just sits there and it's just not good. And I don't know, something about it. And blah. That's all I have is blah. Do you have? Is that a list? Is that a category? Blah. Yeah.
Probably diet,
Yeah, okay.
Diet Mountain Dew.
Yeah, you son of a walked right into it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
See, I would put this one
I've been
somewhere
had.
for me. I would put this one somewhere in between. Don't do me like that, and I'd do this too.
Where are you putting it?
That's actually the worst one I've had today, besides the cherry one.
I think it's a Diet Mountain Dew level Mountain Dew.
I'll accept it. I mean, I like it, but it's definitely not up to par with the other ones that we've had. But I like peach flavored things, and I like that the honeyness of that one too.
All right, well, we're down to our last one. This one actually came out like this week. It is a Speedway gas station exclusive, so you can only get it at Speedway. It is a raspberry lemonade Mountain Dew.
That's pleasant.
That was wonderful.
That's very pleasant.
I enjoyed that immensely.
Let's see what Nathan thinks.
Ooh.
I can't tell if that was a good or a bad
Ooh.
I think he wants to like it, but he's not sure.
There's one thing I'm unsure about. Hold on, I'm going back.
Go for it. Go back.
It's very tart at the back end.
That's what I'm unsure
And I think
about.
it's that lemonade.
That
coming
lemonade
out.
is very strong. It tastes like Mountain Dew mixed with lemonade.
Yep. I mean, that's the
See,
definition.
For me, right? That's exactly what it says on the bottle.
Yep.
Crazy, right? So for me, that one, I would put that one going to. I'm having a Baja Blast drinking this at least.
I got to go back in for thirds. This is the first one I've gone back for thirds.
Can I say, not having the actual list names in front of me, I understand your pain every week,
Right?
now, guys. Like I want to see
When he's telling us at the beginning of the episode, we're like, or at the beginning of the tier list,
Yeah.
we're like, write them down quick.
That's right in the middle. I like almost a little higher for me. I would do this due to edging on Baja Blast.
You know what? The third sip really sold me.
Oh, good,
I
good.
actually really like it.
Okay.
So
like it a lot.
where would you throw it? Baja Blast or would
Yeah,
you?
that was a blast.
Okay.
The tickling of my tongue is that's the most
Very crisp.
Yes.
Which is the most fun word to say because it starts in the back of your mouth and ends in the front of your mouth.
All right. Well, that concludes. Let's do a quick review. We only have one at the top and then one at the bottom, so it's a nice middling of everything. The one at the top, the only dew that we would climb any mountain for, is the Mountain Dew throwback, the real sugar.
It was so good. It was
so good. And that's saying something for Rob, who
know.
loves Diet Mountain Dew.
And then we have
Is that what is that? Is that real sugar? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah.
And then we have a stacked, I'm having a Baja Blast drinking this, that has Mountain Dew Voltage, Mountain Dew Zero, the surprise hit of the tier list. Then we have Livewire, and then the, what is it called?
the new one.
Spark. I didn't even
Spark.
say its name. It's called Spark at Speedway.
Yeah,
very
it-
good.
It was very pleasant.
And then right there in the middle, I do this do. We have classic Mountain Dew. And then we have the Liberty Brew as well. And surprisingly, not in the I'm having a Baja Blast drink in this category is Baja Blast. What a very disappointing showing from them today. And then Don't Do Me Like This. We have Diet Mountain Dew, also surprisingly not in the category it should be in. Code Red, and then Frostbite. And then at the very bottom in the Diet Mountain Dew category, we have Sweet Lightning.
That was funny.
I enjoyed it, Nathan. That was my stomach hurts, but that was spectacular. We're gonna stay with the theme as we finish out the show. So for cocktail of the week, we actually have a voltage teeny. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take an ounce of sour apple pucker and an ounce and a half of white rum. Go ahead and throw that in a shaker with some ice. Give it a nice little shaky shake. Strain that into a glass, and then get the back of a spoon and layer an ounce of Mountain Dew Voltage on top of that. And you should get a nice blue-green effect. And just enjoy it.
And from looking at the pictures of what it is, looks so good.
Oh, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to make that for you guys this week. But but that's going to be next week because it is getting late, and you know what that means. Bar's closed.